Chicken Genius Singapore has now explained why he bought Tesla. He just bought about $300,000 of Tesla. Chicken Genius didn't really give us a clear explanation why he bought before Tesla hit his $140 price target. He only posted this initially, which sort of gave us a glimpse, but didn't fully explain it, and now he has posted an explanation as well. Here he said, "My inbox is exploding. I just want to say, consistently I question my thesis and I aim to be less wrong." I fully agree with that. This is an approach that eventually will lead you to much greater success if you consistently question, am I wrong? Am I right? How can I be less wrong? By default, you will be wrong. You just have to aim to be less wrong. That's straight from Charlie Munger. "I construct models and risk manage. My idol is Stanley Druckenmiller, and like him, we can change our mind in an instant without bias. Positions can last for days or years." So this gave us a little bit more insight into who Chicken Genius is in terms of what is his investment strategy in general. Stanley is wildly successful. His net worth is over $6 billion. He spent years working for George Soros. He was a top-down investor with a similar trading style to George Soros, holding a group of stocks long, a group of stocks short, and leveraging to trade currencies and futures. Now, I look at Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, and I base all of my investment decisions based on their philosophies. Even though they do not hold Tesla stock, as far as we know, they might be buying. We will know early next year if indeed they have been buying Tesla stock because they have been selling BYD. So just from this short description, we can probably come to a conclusion that Chicken Genius wouldn't mind also leveraging up maybe just a little bit, at least if that involves currencies and futures. And certainly Chicken Genius also made some money shorting Tesla stock as well. Now, I would never short any stock, even GM or Ford or Toyota or Nissan or any one of those. It's just too much irritation. And Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger once said that oftentimes the promoter of a stock may have more ideas, so you may run out of patience and capital before the promoter of a stock runs out of ideas. So that's why I never short any stocks, and I'm not planning to. It's just not worth it for me. There are many other people that are willing to do it, like Chicken Genius, so I will let them do it. So this is the explanation that Chicken Genius gave us why he bought Tesla stock after going short just a few months ago. Chicken is saying nothing changed except every Tesla, or not every, but some, has stopped pooping on Chicken Genius and started instead to poop on Elon and each other. Now, it is a little bit silly for me to watch Tesla bulls pooping on each other. Why do it? We are all in the same boat. We just want Tesla to go up long term. So why have this infighting? Let's fight Tesla shorts. Let's fight Tesla Q, as it is known on Twitter. Why fight between each other? And I try to be as respectful as I can, even to people that I disagree with. Even Gordon Johnson, well, maybe that one I may need to make an exception. When you say that Tesla is only at 20% capacity, then you obviously lie. Then it's obvious that you are misinforming everyone. That respect level is going to go lower for me. Now, Chicken Genius, I believe everything that he does and says, I believe he actually believes everything. So I want to be as respectful as I can. Gordon Johnson, that's a different story because in my view, he's completely misrepresenting Tesla entirely. I don't think he says things that he actually believes in. I think he just has talking points and he just needs to put Tesla stock down. That's what my conclusion would be. Very different from Chicken Genius. Chicken Genius is continuing here saying that the sentiment is extremely low. And I do see that some of the Tesla stock bulls, especially the ones that bought at the top, so mostly new investors that have never been through a bear market before, are panicking. You can see the billionaire all-in Tesla stock investor Leo Coughlin saying that Elon Musk has basically abandoned Tesla and that he needs to either commit to Tesla or step down as its CEO. There have been other tweets from Leo as well, implying that Elon dislikes, ignores, and fights his shareholders as inconvenient pests. Leo has apologized since then, but he has called for a new CEO for Tesla also. So there seems to me that there's going to be a lot, and I mean a whole lot more drama coming soon. Oh, I can't wait for that. And you know, also, there are a lot of people that are supporting Leo very strongly. You just look at the amount of likes and retweets that his tweets are getting. And Leo doesn't actually have many followers. 48,000. Interestingly, just a few weeks ago, Leo had, if I remember correctly, just a little bit over 32,000 followers. So this controversy has grown his Twitter following tremendously. And if you are a newer Tesla stock investor, this is probably the first time you have heard of Leo. If you didn't know, however, Leo Coughlin has lost basically his whole Tesla stock position before. He had 12 million shares of Tesla in 2020, but lost them due to margin calls in March 2020 crash because of a pandemic. And since that time, Leo has built his holdings back up. I just hope that Leo does not have a significant amount of margin, because it's not exactly clear what Tesla stock is going to do short term. Long term, I am very convinced that it's going to at least 10x before the end of 2030. That's my personal opinion, not financial advice. And for Tesla, generally, between retail investors at least, I don't think I've seen sentiment being this low since I invested for the first time in early 2019. There was, a bleak moment around June in 2019. That was pretty negative, but I don't think it was as bad as it is right now, actually, in terms of sentiment. However, the difference this time, compared to 2019 at least, that sentiment is just between retail investors. If I look at analysts in general, the 12-month forecast consensus is just under $300, Wall Street consensus that is. And then if you look, we just need to make sure that we sort all of the analysts by how good they actually are. And then we see that all of the reputable analysts, they all have upside to Tesla stock. Even the only bear really that I would pay serious attention to is Tony. And Tesla stock is already at this point, basically. Even Adam Jonas from Morgan Stanley has upside for Tesla stock, $330 price target. Do you remember in 2019? The bear case from Morgan Stanley was $10. That's before the two splits. So when we adjust for the splits, it's 67-ish cents. Can you imagine Tesla stock being at 67 cents? That is how negative everything was back in 2019. If you look at everyone with at least 1 star and above, the only person that has any significant downside is Craig. He says the downside is potentially 43%. He views Tesla as purely a car company. So even traders are beginning to see the huge disconnect between the earnings of Tesla and the stock price. This is Amazon. This is how stocks usually trade. This is supposed to be how it is. This is how markets are supposed to usually work. So Chicken Genius is recognizing that as well, and He understands it, and then he also says that every donkey is asking for a change in the board of directors, and even for Elon to be replaced as the CEO. And also, he is only using 5% to buy Tesla stock with. Remember, before his portfolio was mostly just Tesla stock before he sold everything. Interestingly, also, Chicken Genius did this poll. Should Chicken Genius Singapore start some drama? Not once have I started any drama. Drama found me, says Chicken Genius. Most of you are saying no, focus on value, which value is the thing that interests me the most. I really like, I find Chicken Genius Singapore videos very entertaining, and I would like him to post more content actually. I would just like to remind everybody that 99% of actively managed US equity funds underperform. So it will be fun to watch Chicken Genius over the next 10 years to see how he performs. If he does outperform the market, then that puts him in the 1%. So that's why, even though I thought most likely actually it will drop further, speaking about Tesla stock, I didn't sell. And I kept Tesla stock also. How do you time full self-driving? That's never been done before. So these two reasons are why I did not sell any Tesla stock, and I have never sold any Tesla stock in the hopes to buy Tesla stock cheaper at a later time. These are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt. Post this, like, and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.